How do you build a motel for a small business venue in The Sims 4? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Sims 4 speed build. This is for a Sims 4 story. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. So yes, I'm building a motel. As I said, it's a small business venue, but it's going to be under the build only category. I am going to have it uploaded on the gallery. My gallery ID is Just a Mom That Sims as one word. Now, what I am doing, I have fallen in love with the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies pack. My only complaint is that, man, I wish we had more pre-built businesses that I can just take my Sims to that I play, like my Sims families. I have my Sims family owning all types of business, but I like that you can go to visit a Sims, like a Sim, say you're at their house, you can go to visit them at their house or for the business. So I got an idea. Why not build a bunch of businesses, have some townie Sims to buy those small businesses, and from that point on I can actually have my Sims to visit those venues. I'm going to talk about the build, but let me give my normal disclaimer. I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds or cast creations. So let's get into it. So yeah, you see a million saucer lights. That's just how I build, so that everything is well lit and I can see good while I'm building. Don't worry, I go in and switch those out at the end. So from the beginning, I'm thinking that this is going to be 4 bedrooms in this motel, but I can tell you at the end I realized 2 of the rooms are huge, so we actually ended up with 6 bedrooms and they have different size beds in them. And then this front area where I'm putting the door that's the triangle shape, that is the lobby, and I'm looking for glass windows to put around because I want the lobby to be like a see-through affair. Also, right next to the lobby on the right hand side, that box is going to be our communal kitchen, because we want to have an area where our Sims can actually cook and eat, and I can put some kitchen clutter stuff down, like the little cereal boxes for quick meals. I know you can get that from the refrigerator. Now, you see this little half wall I put in? I'm trying to build like a lobby window, so I realized I had to do the whole wall and then come and put 2 pieces of long wall back in, so we have a window. Now don't worry, I'm aware that the front roof is janky. I tell anyone I'm not the best roofer, but let me tell you, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because your girl nailed this roof. I'm coming back to fix the front of it. Now I am using these pastel colors from the Business and Hobbies kits. Also, I think it's Love Struck, they have some of those bright stucco colors as well for that. Now the roof, I had a hard time, but realized that I really need to do a metal pattern roof, but I'm still gonna go with blue because I started to make this motel more rundown than it is. But if you look at the traits and challenges to the left hand side of the screen, you will see that I have given it 2 challenges: filthy and creepy crawlies. So I'm not gonna make it look filthy. It's gonna be a motel where you think, oh, this is clean enough, and then you get in there, you're like, oh my god, what is that spot on the wall? So anyway, I'm looking for doors, and I like that this door had like a key card because I think it must come from the Strangerville pack. But I'm going to use these blue doors with a black trim on it. I will put windows in on the build at the very end. I mean, I did the front lobby, but I mean the rest of the building. I tend to usually decorate, or I say decorate, but fully furnish the entire build at first on the outside and then do the inside, but I'm not going to do that here. Now this concrete, I'm looking for a worn, rundown looking concrete. So yeah, you just drive your car through here. I'm going to put 2 columns up, 1 on each end. So yeah, you drive through, please don't bump the column on your way through. You can check in, and then I'm going to build a parking lot at the back of the hotel. Now I am going to show you the beginning of me furnishing it, but honey, it takes me so long to furnish any build in a motel. Even though this motel is small and it's on a small lot, because it's got so many rooms, it's kind of a bigger build for as far as as far as furnishing it for me. So I am not going to show all of it. I'm going to show you the beginning. Now this is the kitchen area. So when I come inside, I decided that I wanted to use like the same swatch from as far as the wallpaper goes, but this is another stucco. They are both from Businesses and Hobbies. This is the one without the black trim at the base, but I quickly realized it's kind of boring if they all have the same color. So every room in this building, you're going to have like this peachy orange color, and then I'm going to have another color offset it. So in this kitchen area, I have a yellow backdrop if I go walls up. Now I'm putting some tables in here. I like the other tables better, but realized they were a super expensive table. Not that that matters so much on this end for me, but still. So look, these are the rooms, and you can see that I'm doing a green as the I'm gonna have two accent walls. So just really alternating the walls between green and peach. The front lobby, I decided to put a little extra pop of color. So this is like a rundown motel that somebody decided to renovate, but not all the way. You know, you put some money into it, but not a whole lot. So I'm gonna put carpet in the rooms because in the United States, we tend to put carpets in hotels. Although when I travel to a lot of other places, especially like Caribbean areas, Central America, South America, they don't tend to put carpet as much. Understandably so. It's so unhygienic. But let's move it right along. So I'm putting a rug down at the front desk because I want the front area to look welcoming, you know, so that when you get to the lobby and see the kitchen, you know, look at that trashy refrigerator. You won't even notice that because you're going to be checked in by then. This cereal box, I have filtered by kitchen clutter at this point. I'm putting some hand soap by the sink. I'm putting the cereal box. You know, you can get cereal out of there. I really like this little hanging thing so people can get fruit at the continental breakfast. We've got a coffee machine with the cookie jar beside it, so get your coffee and cookies all night long. You know, that's a win. I'm putting two paintings up, but then from there I'm coming out of the kitchen. Let me find beds. Now first I use this horse ranch pack because I think it's got a swatch that'll work, but quickly realize if I'm doing a business for the small businesses, you want them to be able to get their rest up good. So I'm going to use these beds from City Living. Now these are perfect because I've got a peachy orange swatch that matches, and then I'm trying to find a small bed that can flow with it, but I'm thinking that this bed from Eco Living is going to be the one because it's got a peachy swatch that'll work too. And I like that it doesn't have too much cushioning under it or around it because we've got creepy crawlies. We don't want bed bugs in our motel, hopefully. Let me tell you how I'm going to set this business up because I'm not going to show it here. I did find a townie, the Bailey family in Del Sol Valley is where they are in my game. Keep in mind, I'm building in a save file where I'm playing different generations because new characters, but I've been playing different families in this same save file for probably a couple of years. So if I said it was one family, I would say this was like Gen 5 or 6. So anyway, it's the Bailey family, and I bought this. The finished total of the building was 63 or 65,000 simoleons, but I set it up as a small business venue. At this business, you have to sleep, bathe, and shower. You have to drink coffee, eat, and it's something else I feel like I'm missing. But anyway, it's 5 activities that you do here. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put some paintings on the wall. You can see that I skipped forward. This room right here is the honeymoon suite. That's why the bed swatch is different. And we got a heart-shaped bed. So, honey, you can put that vibrating bed on. You got mirrors behind the bed. And we're going to put some wine and wine glasses down. My daughter gave me that idea. So, yeah. And, yeah, you can do a honeymoon at this motel. Now, I'm going to finish putting some wall art up because right now we've got just blank canvases. The walls actually look amazing for this to be what I'm calling I'm gonna call it a semi rundown motel. Also, I am building it in Evergreen Harbor. Is that the Eco Living World? I just got that pack and I put it in the worst area, like the smoggiest, foggiest, makes you cough up your lung area. So yeah, it's got its own challenges to do with that as well. So yeah, that's why I decided to make the furniture a little nicer. Now, Also, after I showed you the initial bill, I realized I forgot to put bathrooms. Like, KT, how can you forget to put bathrooms in the motel room? Like, girl, it's never that bad. But I went back and did it. Only one I couldn't fit a shower in. So also, you just saw me spray paint some gravel on the back. That's going to be the parking lot. But I'm not finished with it. Just stay tuned. I'm going to get some yellow lines. Honey, I had to Google this and still couldn't find an answer that had a pack that I had. So I ended up finding something that works. So that is an open sign I just put on the window. This neon sign is gonna have the hotel name. You see, I use my bracket keys to make it bigger. I did do that as a pro tip Thursday, so go check out those shorts. Also, I did another little money sign under the sign on the front window that says open, because I want you to know that this is a little cheap hotel, but it costs you something, okay? And also, I'm getting some smaller windows to put on the front room, or else they won't fit without cutting into the next. I also put some window treatments up. Yes, window treatments. Ha ha. I know what they're called, even though I don't use them. And so, not in the Sims, in the real world, yes. But anyway, I found some, and I'm going to shrink them down for the smaller windows because you don't want people just looking. So in the US, the difference between a hotel and a motel is, a motel you enter from the outside, usually a cheaper cost. So I'm building sections of wall, and I actually found this thing from the Strangerville pack. It says like a illusion of a fence, works perfectly for here. I'm gonna put some cars down. I mean, they're cute cars, but they're not those sleek, real fancy cars that you can find in the debug menu in City Living. So I got these from Country Living, and then I think I found one that I decided to use in City Living because I don't use them a lot. The debug items, honey, when I tell you it takes me forever to find stuff. Also, I'm gonna put a vending machine up front because what motel doesn't have a vending machine? So that means I had to rearrange some things, but I did that. So I'm thinking it came out nice. Let's get straight into our walkthrough. I'm just gonna kind of go into cinematic camera just to kind of zoom around and show you, but let's go ahead to the inside. When you walk in, this is how the lobby looks. I think it looks great, if I say so myself. And this is where you're going to check in at the front desk. When I uploaded, I put two the old school kiosk up front. So yeah, because this is a functional lot. So we got two kiosks, that way in case one person's using it, they can use the other one. This is the office. So, I did section it off before I uploaded it for employees only, this little area right here. Everything else is open to everybody, so feel free to change those allotments. We're going to go outside now and go to the left. This is going to be our communal kitchen area. So we're going to come up. You can see in here, I did not put window treatments there because you can look in and see the cereal you'll be missing if you don't check into our hotel, right? Our motel. So you walk up. Yeah, these are used counters. That microwave is not going to warm your food in the center. Let me tell you that now. And then you come over here. You can get your 24-hour coffee. That's a wonderful selling point, I must say. And then you get your cookies right here and your cereal. And that cereal box is functional. We've got two wonderful paintings. We're going to go out of our kitchen and go to the left, and we're going to come into our honeymoon suite. This is our fanciest suite that we have. Yes, you have the picture of the lips kissing on the wall and the heart-shaped vibrating cheetah print bed. All classy, I promise you. These are our wine and glasses sitting on the counter, and you have your own full bathroom in this room. I'm just going to peek in real quick to show you. See, shower, toilet, sink, mirror, boom. We don't have the full bathroom in every single room, but we got it in most. That's what happens when when I forget, honey, to put bathrooms in. So let's go in room number 2. We got 6 rooms. We're going to do this really quickly. No worries. I did put different paintings on each wall. You see our little lamp on our nightstand. Look, you got a Sim plumb bob to remind you of who you are in case you forgot as you checked into this motel. You're going to come out and we're going to go down and we're going to hit the back corner. Yes, we got a state-of-the-art sprinkler system, so no fires will take you out in our motel. This room has 2 twin beds. You see how I have some beds for two people, and then I have some twin beds. And yes, I put books in every room so you can actually come in and read in peace. This is a bathroom. This one doesn't have a shower. Oops, but it's okay. You can probably knock on another Sims door, and I'm sure they wouldn't feel intruded upon. Now, let's go into I think this is our fourth room, and this is our only family room, and it's kind of weird because you got two twin beds, but you got a toddler bed and a crib as well. Oh, y'all, I forgot to put the toy chest in before I upload, but if no one has been in it yet, I will go back and put a toy chest in here because, yeah, it slipped my mind. Let's go out, and we could put that in the front lobby, actually. This is room number 5. So we've got a full sofa in here, and you see we rotate between the full sofa and the chairs that are similar swatches. And yes, we've got a shower here too. So we got a full bathroom, and those are those showers that you can find in Lovestruck or what is it, Snowy Escape, the ones that just go on the wall. You can fit them way better than the shower with the stall. This bathroom doesn't have a sink. This is room number 6, our smallest room, but don't worry, there's nothing to worry about either. So we're going to go back to the front, and we're going to pan our world, and this is how I like to end my build video. So let me sign off. I really hope you enjoyed this build. Yes, we do have a sign of a cup of coffee up here for bed and breakfast, get it? But until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.